Okay, it says, I'm looking in this 10, it's over 10. It's like 10 and a half pounds. Did you see how I measured that fish, or did you miss that? If you missed that, go back and look. That was a scale that fits in the handle of your fishing pole. And it's probably the most convenient thing I've seen in many, many years. This is an awesome little invention that my buddy Roger came up with. Now, I'll tell you the truth, I didn't know Roger had it in him. What does that say for me? But I'm going to show you how to install one of these. These things are super convenient. They take up no space. They're lightweight. They're American made. They fit in the handle of the pole. They don't use batteries. And one of the most important things is it's accurate. And I proved it in the end. You watch to the end, I'll show you how that. I caught a couple fish and I checked against my electronic scale. Quite accurate. If the electronic scale is accurate, I don't know. And I got to tell you the best part. Best part, you know what they cost? 20 bucks. That's it, $20. I didn't stutter. Now, I don't know if you do this, but when I catch a fish and my batteries are out, or I got my electronic fish scale wet and it don't work anymore again for the third time this summer, I tend to stretch a little bit, stretch the tooth. That 5-pound fish had to be an 8-pound fish every time. So we kind of fib a little bit, right? Well, this little fish scale is called a defibber. It stops us from doing that. So I'm going to show you how to install this. I had never installed one before, never even seen one before. Like I said, I didn't know Roger had this in him. So watch this. You're going to love it, I promise. Let me show you what it looks like. You're not going to believe this. That's it. Pretty simple, huh? How it works. This is in the base of your pole. You flip this thing down here, hook your fish on it, bring this down. Let me get some light here. And it tells you how much your fish weighs. Pretty cool, huh? It's ingenious. Then you snap it back in place. We're going to try installing one. We're going to see how easy this really is. I've been told it's super easy. And actually, it looks pretty easy. But we'll try it anyway. So what we need, we're going to drill a hole in the rubber knob of your fishing pole. And to do that, I'm going to do it in 3 steps because I'm not sure how easy it is. I just want to get it square and straight first time. So I'm going to start with a tiny drill bit, go up to a medium drill bit, and then end up with a 3/8 drill bit, okay? The 3/8 is very, very close to the size of this. I'm not sure how tight it'll fit. We're going to see. And then basically, we are going to epoxy this into the back of the pole. And there's some things we got to watch when we do this, so we don't mess it up. But that's really it. Now, this is a plastic epoxy. It sets in 5 minutes. And if it's relatively warm, if it's inside, it's going to cure in an hour, what the instructions say. If it's cold outside, and it doesn't tell me what cold is, but that's relative, 24 hours. Pretty simple. At least it sounds that way. Let's see. So step number 1, drill bit, fishing pole. We're going to try to line up a hole perfectly in the center. Now this thing has a little, I'll call it a tit. It's a molding mark, which is dead center. And I took a knife and shaved it off. And I'm going to put a drill bit right in the center of this thing. And I'm going to drill a hole straight into it. Square. as I see it at least. Backwards. Not much there. Just a piece of plastic. So I don't know that it matters if we get it crooked, but I'm still going to be careful. We're going to go up our next size bit and drill another hole through a pilot hole. Oh, that was difficult. Okay. This is not rocket science. We are not sending the space shuttle to the moon. So this isn't all that hard. Let's try this. I'll go a little slower this time. Well, that was about as easy as it could be. A little shy. So 3/8 is a little small. I don't know what the next size bit is. I don't think I have it. So guess what I'm going to do? Yeah, you guessed it. Let's see if it fits now. No. Hit it again. Okay, let's see how we did here. Okay, now we're talking. That's what it looks like. Okay, we got the holes drilled. Set those aside. Step number 2, epoxy. Pull that off. The instructions say squeeze this out in equal parts. Ooh, it's dripping. Squeeze it out in equal parts and mix it for a minute. So here we go. I don't need much. Give me some equal parts. That's about equal parts. That's way more than we need. There we go. Little pocket screwdriver. That's all I had up here. I didn't want to go downstairs and get a stick or anything. So I need to mix this for a minute. So get the timer going. It says mix the edges thoroughly. Make sure I got the edges right in the middle. I really only need a dash of this. So, in fact, I spilled a layer. Anyway. And then after you get it mixed, you got 5 minutes to apply it. So, not really a big deal. And really all I need is just a touch. So we're going to let this come together and blend a little bit. Now, before I go too far, let me show you what I've been warned against. Is gluing the top of this to the bottom. We just want to put some glue on this part here and shove it in. So the easiest way to do that is I made some spacers. Just pieces of cardboard. That's probably 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to stick that between the 2 pieces so I cannot have an accident and glue the top to the bottom. I've been told don't do that. There we go. So all I got to do is glue this piece here. And I'm going to turn the numbers out to the face of the pole like that. Let's see how this glue is doing. It's been more than a minute. It says it sets in 5, so it is starting to get a little funky. So let's get some of this on here real quick. So what I don't want to do is get any of this glue down here in the spring. I'm going to keep it up in here. And I'm going to keep the numbers to the face of the pole, like right in here. So I'm going to get a little bit on this, and I'm going to get some on here. This is probably an overabundance. So I will have a rag ready. So when I squeeze it out everywhere, I don't make a huge mess. Okay, there we go. Okay, numbers out toward the face of the pole. And line up the hole. Aren't you going? Oops. And I believe, like that is it right there. I want to wipe off any excess. Any on this side. And now we're going to go out and catch a fish, and we are going to do a product test. Let's see how this thing really works. This ought to be interesting. Okay, we're at El Dorado Lake. Look what we got. 14-pound fish. No, he's probably 6 pounds. Here we go. Just like I talked about. Let's see what he weighs. Two and a quarter. And this weighs 3/10 of a pound, so it's not a good, it's probably less than 2 pounds. I don't believe it. So let's try something here. Trust but verify. Here we go. .3 pounds. Okay, well, it works. Thought it would. 10. It's over 10. It's like 10.5 pounds. Trust but verify, right? Here we go. Let's make sure it's zeroed. Okay, it's zeroed. 10 point. Come here. Jumping all around. 10.1, 10.2. Pretty darn good. So, if you want one of these, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Roger's contact information down, and I'm going to pin it in the top of the comments. So just go to the top of the comments, and I'll get you all the information on getting a hold of Roger. And I'm not making a dime off this. That would just raise the cost to you guys. So I think this is something that actually works. It's pretty cool. It's handy. It's convenient. No batteries. And it's going to last 5 times longer than those electronic scales that I keep breaking. Hey, I appreciate you watching this. Why don't you go catch a big one? We'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Be safe.